Sports. Jane is with us. Good morning.
Good morning. We're starting with the FA Cup because there are three fixtures today, but one of them, arguably the one that we're going to be talking about the most, is Grimsby against Brighton, and that's because there's a potential giant killing there. It is a bit of a cliche, isn't it? But the FA Cup really can be magical. And we've been talking quite a bit about League Two side Grimsby Town on breakfast because they are the lowest ranked club left in the competition after they put Southampton out in the last round. They take on Premier League side Brighton this afternoon, and if they win, Grimsby Town will get to the semi-finals of the FA Cup for the first time in 84 years. More than 4,500 fans are travelling to Brighton for this historic match. As you're about to see, they are relishing the challenge of another giant killing.
Really long journey, yeah, but wouldn't have missed it for the world. Brilliant that we've got to the quarter-finals and once in a lifetime experience for a little one as well.
It's just been an amazing celebration. Grimsby Town fans in Brighton, just a wonderful, wonderful atmosphere and a privilege to be part of it.
You've got to dare to dream. Why not? Who knows? It could be just our day. It's already the unthinkable because when they show you the list of 8 teams, you just feel like you shouldn't even be in it. So, but you got to be in it to win it.
For Franklin here, it's the first opportunity to go and see a really big stadium in this sort of atmosphere, so it means a lot, yeah, it means a lot.
I just think it's amazing. I've come down with friends and family. We're going to have a great weekend. Either way, it'll be a good day, but, you know, we can do it, come on.
Well, we saw there a lot of the fans were waving around these. Harry the Haddock, one of the mascots for Grimsby Town. Do you like that? Yes, yeah. I'll leave that with you to play with, Ben. But for balance, we also have one of these, a Brighton seagull.
Important impartiality there, Jane.
Exactly. Right. Well, I'm very pleased to say that we're now joined by BBC Look North presenter and big Grimsby Town fan, Philip Norton. Philip, we're not very pleased to see you. We're not going to ask what your predictions are yet, but how are you feeling before this huge game?
Just a bit of excitement, a bit of nerves, like everyone down here, the thousands of fans that have come down here. I think we're all just still pinching ourselves as well. You know, this is the morning we can still say at the moment Grimsby Town are an FA Cup quarter-finalist, and we've all been saying that and just daydreaming and mentioning that sentence to ourselves for the past couple of weeks since we beat Southampton. And you know, it's quite an incredible thing, and the community in Grimsby and Cleethorpes in North East Lincolnshire will be all glued to the screens today because this is an incredible achievement for Grimsby Town Football Club. We've had some really dark days in recent years. You know, this time last year, we were in the National League. We weren't even in the playoffs. We were losing at home to Boreham Wood. No disrespect to Boreham Wood, but, you know, we were in a real pickle in the National League. And then they went on this amazing run and just had the most incredible playoff campaign. And now, I mean, what is it about knockout football and Grimsby Town? Because there's just something about this club that has just gelled. The fans and the community have got behind them. The new ownership has just done a fantastic job. When they came in, they said they wanted to use Grimsby Town Football Club as a catalyst for better things in North East Lincolnshire. And right now, you just got to look at what they're achieving and go, they're absolutely doing that.
You did just touch on it there, Philip, but what has this meant for the town?
This goes beyond football, and I've spent the past few weeks reporting on the achievements of this club. On Friday morning, I was at a couple of schools, Beacon Academy in Cleethorpes, Healing Academy in Grimsby. I know they'll all be watching. You know, and kids were telling me, you know, you go into the hall there, and there was kids wearing Grimsby Town tops everywhere, and that's not always been the way. It was, you know, your Premier League clubs or whatever. This has gripped the town. It has inspired young people. Kids were telling me, you know, they're going to watch the football and this is inspiring them to go on to do better things in the area. And it's an area, you know, I'm not going to lie, it's an area that does need that kind of inspiration. And, you know, you come down here, we saw them on the pier yesterday, there's kids, there's young and old, everyone coming together as a community. This is a real celebration. Of course, They're bringing Harry with them as well. There's 3,000 of these that have been sold by the club, being waved around everywhere. There's just some on the prom here in Brighton as well. And we know, we're admiring Brighton as well, because they've got in on the act with Gully the Seagull and the inflatable seagulls that are going to be there as well. It's a real celebration, I think, whatever the result, a real celebration of everything that this club has achieved and together as a town has achieved.
Yeah, you mentioned the seagull inflatable. As I say, we've got one here in the studio. You said about the match and how difficult it's going to be. Brighton are 7th in the Premier League. They never won the... We're not going to get into a fight with the inflatables. That's probably not a good idea. Brighton are... The seagull normally does attack the fish, so, I'm just letting you know that now. Brighton are 7th in the Premier League. They've never won the FA Cup.
I've been getting some funny looks from the seagulls here as well.
We're being overtaken by inflatables. They've never won the FA Cup before, so this is not going to be a walkover. They are going to be determined to get a result here and get to the semi-final themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. We're under no illusion. Paul Hurst, the Grimsby Town manager, the other day, he said that in the press conference, he said that they'd been watching the videos of how Brighton play. And he described it as frightening. He told the players, look, I'm going to show you this video, but it's 18 rated. It's going to scare you. But they've done their homework on it, and we're under no illusion. You got the likes of Alexis McAllister, a World Cup winner. Matoma is just sensational. Solly March, we know that we're basically praying for a miracle, but anything can happen. It is the magic of the FA Cup. Someone just shouting up the Mariners over there to me. That's just the atmosphere that we've got down here. Brighton, we know, they're pushing for Europe. We're under no illusion, but what's been brilliant is that there's been so many Brighton fans as well wishing us luck, because they know, it's not so long ago that Brighton were lower down the leagues. They know what it's like to be queuing for tickets for a big game, around the block, around a football stadium, and trying to get tickets for something like this. There's that real appreciation, I think, between both sets of fans, and I think that's what's going to create such a party atmosphere here today.
All right, Philip, thank you so much for your enthusiasm and your analysis. And nice to see you wearing the strip as well. And Harry the Haddock too. Best of luck. Now, if Grimsby do get to the semi-finals, one of the potential